This episode of Shit I'm 30 is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/shit I'm 30. There's over 180,000 titles to choose from your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. I have been a long-time customer. Hopefully you can too. So again, that is audibletrial.com/shit I'm 30. Now let's get started with the show. Welcome to the Shit I'm 30 podcast. This is the weekly show where we discuss and share our unfiltered opinions on topics such as mental health, relationships. Sometimes it gets a little kinky and we talk about sex, parenting, and so much more. With me, your host, Carla Ramirez. Now, my goal is to get rid of society's expectations about where we should be when we're in our 30s and just free ourselves to live the lives that we've always dreamed of. Now, friends, remember, it is never too late. Welcome back to another episode of Shit I'm 30 with me, your host, Carla Ramirez. And today in the episode, I have a very special guest, my babysitter.
That sounds terrible. It sounds like I'm your babysitter.
I have my friend Wendy from I don't know how many years. To give you a quick rundown, I'll tell you. Wendy, I didn't meet you in school because you're younger. So she's a few years younger than me. I don't even know how I met you, Wendelin.
What's crazy is that our families knew each other before.
You're right, from the hair store. My mama used to go to the hair store, so whatever. I don't know how I met her, but I know that she became my babysitter for years. Amazing babysitter. She worked with us at the pawn shop, and I think my mom fired her. So she got fired from the pawn shop.
She definitely
amazing.
Fired me.
Make sure you're on the mic.
Sorry.
And then she is my holistic, talk to your body, talk to your brain. Here's the stars and the crystals.
And God, just in general.
And very much so. Pray about it all. And she's just one of those friends that I might not see her or talk to her all the time, but whenever we're together, it's like, I just
right
love
back.
it. Like nothing ever happened. Just fucking love it. I love it. So thank you for coming on.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
She had no choice.
Yeah,
you stayed the night.
I'm not going to lie. I came over here just to be pampered and stuff. And then she's like, we're going to record an episode. I'm like, huh? I'm like, so I don't get to lay on the couch anymore.
No, you don't. Get up off the couch.
I tried to lay down on the beanie bag and do it. But
she wanted to lay down on the wall on the beanbag and for me to bring the microphone to her. Girl, sit your ass on this chair.
She didn't want to.
Well, let's get started with the show. And this week's shit you should know, it is Ladies Get Paid Network. So I don't know anything about it. So shout out to May for bringing it forth to me, especially because all of you ladies are my girls, my friends, women, and we're trying to better ourselves every day. So I know that if you've been following the podcast for a really long time, you have seen the shift in my life and my mindset when it comes to networking and when it comes to us putting ourselves ahead of everybody. So Ladies Get Paid Network, it's a platform that helps women negotiate their salaries, collaborate with entrepreneurs, and much, much more. They have workshops, virtual meetups, which right now we're meeting up virtually is kind of the thing, and I think it's going to become more the norm for us. So there's a lot of virtual meetups, and we can have access to their Slack group. And if you don't know what Slack is, I just learned about Slack a couple of weeks ago, and it's this how do I explain? Like an app, basically on your phone, and you can put everyone. You can communicate. You can drop files. It just keeps you organized. And May is so organized. And I'm like, let's try this together. So now her and I communicate through Slack. So we have this Shit I'm 30 Slack page, and she sends me files. I send her files. We communicate through there. She's like, you have to do A, B, C, and D. And I'm like, okay, I did this and that. And it's all in one place. Because I don't know if you know, or me and you, we just talked about it the other day. We're like, where did you send me this information on? We have a conversation
we talk on 38 things.
We have text, we have WhatsApp, we have Instagram, I have Snapchat. We're talking on a million different platforms, email. So if we have it all in one place, it makes it a lot better. So anywho, all that to say, you get free access to their Slack group, which has over 30,000 members. And if you go to their website, it's ladiesgetpaid.com. Basically, it says on there, it's rough out there for a lady at work. They get it. They provide tools, resources, community. They help you negotiate equal pay. So there's just a lot of things that you can go there. So when I look and I'm like, town halls, education, we need this stuff. And sometimes we don't know where to go as women to find other women who are doing better than us or are ahead of us. And I feel like that's the groups that you need to be in. For me, I like to go into groups of people that are making $1 million because I want to make $1 million. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Like when I see somebody like B. Simone who inspires the shit out of me,
right?
Her and Skittles, I'm like, awesome. My vision, and I haven't even told her that, my vision is for May to be my Skittles. And I'm like, you're going to get me organized. We're going to make this money to motherfucking together. Like, that's where I'm building, and I want to keep building my team to where I can see what they're doing. And I know that she didn't do it alone.
Right.
She definitely has a team behind her. So hopefully when Ladies Get Paid, you can find your team. And hopefully I'm going to go in there and see some virtual meetups and see who the hell I meet.
Shit, I want to see who I meet too.
There's no boys in here.
No,
Don't get it. I forgot you like girls too.
Stupid. I hate her.
It's not that kind of party, okay?
Not that type of network.
I'm just kidding. So you can check that out. I'll have it tagged. Oh, one more thing with her. You can get legal advice. Legal advice you can get from there. So I don't know anything about law. Sometimes I act like I do, but I don't. So if you have legal questions for work or for whatever it is, you can get advice there. And it's for the free. So I like free shit. So I might go in there and see what those forums are about also. So moving into just a little dark, but we'll move right away from it. George Floyd. Did you watch the video?
I did watch the video. And I only could watch it. So I only watched it like one time through. I didn't even watch the whole thing like to the end because of that. Because I couldn't watch the whole thing. I mean, it's getting sickening. I'm over the shit already. Like and what's crazy is I know a lot of people aren't going to agree. But I be on some low-key savage shit. So they took a lot of retaliation in Minneapolis recently. Right? Where they like took to the street and they were like basically shooing the cops out and throwing stuff. I get it. Keep the peace. But it's like, you've kept the peace for this long. So
with me, how I feel about it. So if you don't know who George Floyd is or what happened, if you're like quarantined
under
and you don't,
rock.
Well, no, it's not under a rock because I have disconnected myself from social media a lot. Like literally when I go on social media, I am on live talking to my friends. Or I'm working with stuff for the podcast and I try not to dive myself into all this negative shit going on in the world because why? That shit makes you fucking depressed.
Yeah, it does.
We know that it's happening. So the fact that it's being shown all the time, I'm not saying that it's not important to talk about it, but we know it's happening. We know what's up. Mm-hmm. We don't need anyone to say like, hey, black men are out here getting killed by the police or by white people or there's Karens out here doing Karen shit. We know this already. So for anyone that has backed away from looking at it like I have at some point in time, George Floyd for 7 minutes was laid on the street while an officer by the name of Derek Chauvin, and I'll say his name again, Derek Chauvin, and Tutau, they held their knee on his neck as he was struggling to breathe. So this reminds me again of I can't breathe. Mm-hmm. Didn't we just have a hashtag recently? I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Literally, I can't breathe again. Eric Garner. So he died. Like he's gone. George Floyd is now gone along with so many other black and brown men. And we know the name of some that we rallied for, but there are so many more that we'll never know about.
Yeah, that didn't make the news because it just wasn't evidence. Nobody had phones out. Nobody saw it. So it's the cops' word against this person that the justice system was never made for to begin with.
Right.
So,
at all.
It is going to... My point with that... I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Is just... My point with that is... I get it. I get the peaceful rallies. Like, I did the Trayvon Martin when it first happened. I did the Black Lives Matter.
Trayvon Martin was in our backyard.
Yeah. I know all of it. But my thing is, it's like, at some point, it does need to keep being talked about. But the retaliation, I agree with. Some people are going to probably, like, not fuck with me for saying that. But I am, like, I'm for it.
Okay.
And
so
I'm like,
what I think about that. I don't think... I agree to a certain extent. I believe that every black and brown person in this country should have a gun. Period, point blank. Have a gun. I know that it's one of those things that's like a kind of catch-22, but we're never going to get rid of guns in this country.
Well, better to have it than need it.
Right, and I know that felons can't have it, and I understand that, but if you can have a gun in your possession, have it. Like, I am licensed to carry. There's some places that you cannot carry in, like schools or churches, or there's a list of places you cannot take it. Without incriminating myself too much, I know people that still take it in there. And what they say is, I'd rather have the bad man is going to have it there. Mm-hmm. That's exactly where they're going to have it. So what the fuck I look like not having it with me so I can't defend myself or the other innocent people there. So I feel like right now, if we have our guns, hey, we gonna figure it out.
I feel like also something that doesn't get talked about is us as women protecting the men around us. I feel like a lot of times women forget, like, okay, for whatever reason, if your man or whatever starts to, be in a situation like that, then you should be that queen that's also there to protect your king. Because a lot of times they're expecting the man to have something. So if you're someone that's next, near someone, and that's the way that I look at it too. Like, I have it more to protect the people around me.
I'm protecting myself. And my family. I mean, if I
She's like, them too, I guess I love them.
If I see something real crazy, I guess I can help out a little, but usually I'm just going to keep that gun in my pocket. And 911, I see something right over there. I see it. So, anywho, there is a petition going on, Justice for George Floyd. I will tag it on here if you guys want to go ahead and sign it. All I'm going to say on this one, on top of everything that we just said, is just protect yourself. For our Black and brown men, just, be aware of your surroundings. And it doesn't matter how polite you are, it's still going to happen. So y'all be out here. If you can get a gun, get one. Period, point blank. I said it. If you're able to get a gun.
Protect each other, dude.
Get it legally. If you're able to legally get a gun, it's the quickest test, literally. And you can get one. So get one. We could be together. Okay, so for the lighter portion of the show, since I told you guys Wendy, love her to death, one of my favorites, I wanted to talk to her about, what kind of friends we are and what we think about each other. And this is where I'm going to let the live go. So you guys are going to have to tune in to today's show later on. Good motherfucking bye. Not bye for real. Okay. So what we're going to talk about, like, what kind of friend I am and what kind of friend you are. So I guess I'll say what kind of friend you are. So I kind of said it in the beginning. So Wendy, to me, is the kind of friend, it's like the most caring friend, an old soul. She's such an old lady. Such an old lady. Old lady. Yeah, you really are. Like a pothead old lady, like from the 70s. She loves everybody. Like, she babies everybody from adults to babies. Like, she's everybody's, like, grandma in a baby's body, if it makes sense.
That's a little weird, but I definitely
understand
what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So she's just like the caring,
very
the
nurturing.
One you can talk. So that is the word, nurturing. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's who Wendy is. Wendy's not the one that you're gonna call to like be up super, super, super early and be on time for something, which you said you're getting better.
Super better.
You're getting better? Well, I don't know. Last time you didn't. I don't know what the hell you got going on.
Yeah.
She's got fired because she can never be on time.
We be talking early all the time. Early in the mornings.
I'm not gonna depend on you to be up early. Like if it's something like consecutively?
Yeah.
I don't know. You're not that friend to me. I'm not playing Russian roulette with you. Because you're up all night, bro.
I really don't, though. I fell asleep like at midnight.
Not anymore? I feel like you were a night bird. You were always up super late.
Yeah, I'm a paradox. So I'm a walking contradiction. So I'm literally basically just as much as I'm down to go to sleep late, like I can wake up early.
Okay.
If shit has to.
Well, what kind of friend do you think I am?
I think you're definitely the make moves friend. So you're always like on some shit. Like you're always doing something, right? So it's always like, well, Carla's always fucking getting it and always doing something. Like if you ever, well, I mean, obviously I don't feel like other people would feel this comfortable. Pon la mano para arriba, pon la mano para arriba, pon la mano para arriba. If you put your arms up when you're coughing, it like it suppresses it a little bit.
Cold, not for weed.
No, it's just coughs.
Oh, for weed too?
It's coughs, yeah. Because you're opening up your airway more.
Fuck you. Okay.
So definitely like the go-getter friend, the friend that just makes shit happen. Like I've never known Carla to like just not make shit happen type of shit when she needs it. And of course, like the fun friend, like I'm never taking Carla somewhere and like worrying that she's going to be like super stuck up. Even if like when she goes in at first, it's just to like read the room, see what's up.
To read the room.
Yeah. And then it's like, okay, well, maybe we can start taking shots. Like maybe we can start hanging out. She's the person that I know I can like take out and it's like, no. And if anything, if I get too drunk, she might be like, no, bitch, stop dancing with that person. Please stop doing it. I can count on that. Even if she's as drunk as me, I can count on her to be like, no.
And I'm like, okay, that looks a little weird. Let's go now. Or it might be time to go. And I'm definitely the friend that's not going to let you leave to get some dick. You're coming, if you left with me, if you came with me, you're leaving with me. And then later on, you can go get that dick. They can pick you up or do whatever. But I know that I brought you back home.
I think I was blowing on.
Oh, no, that's fine. Okay. It's totally fine. Okay, so.
More or less.
Oh, has what ever backfired? Oh, making my friend leave with me. Okay.
No.
But maybe not her. I've had people get upset. Yeah. But I don't care. I'll drag you. Bitch, we'll fight. And if you're my friend, you know I'll fight you. So get in this fucking car or Uber. Let's go home and then do what you got to do. I don't know.
Honestly, I'm the enabler friend. Like, I have multiple... Yeah, I could just keep... Yeah. I've multiple times been that friend that I'm like, okay, well, I feel like you're going to do it anyway. And I feel like it's way harder to fight off me and Helga. And Helga is, you feel me, the 9 on deck all day. So, you feel me? It's way better to have 3 females... one of which can literally take care of everything, than just one. Because I'm like, Shorty's probably going to do it anyway. I'm probably going to drop her off and she's going to go.
And that's fine.
So I'll go with you.
I brought you home. Oh, you're going with them.
I've done that. I mean, obviously, just certain situations. But
Right.
I'm just saying, I've definitely been that friend.
Okay. So,
obviously, read the room. You know, like, that guy definitely looks like a kidnapper, maybe a sex trafficker. Maybe we shouldn't hang out with him. You got to read the room. Read the vibes.
How would you describe it to a stranger?
To a stranger?
Somebody just walked in, right? And they're like, who is that?
Yo, my girl got this bomb-ass podcast. Like, yo, she be talking about everything. Like, and she drops every week. And, like, she... That's what you're saying?
I was just about to ask you, who is this friend? I thought you were just telling me about somebody else. And I'm like, damn,
bitch, you.
I want to know her.
I hate her. I want to know myself. Oh, my God, it's me? Oh, I love me.
I kid you not. I was like, damn, you never told me about this friend before. Who is it?
No, bitch.
Okay, so go ahead. Keep going.
Like, someone we just met, like, right now. Okay. Like, right?
Yeah.
Current, present tense.
Yes.
Yeah, yo, my girl Carla, she has this dope-ass podcast. You should listen to it. She talks about everything. Like, she shines light on, like, how being 30, like, your life isn't over. And she has these, like, daily, like, weekly drops.
You view me as a podcast?
First.
Really?
Yeah, bitch.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's, like, I definitely want to put people on. Like, that's, like, my initial...
That is one thing for sure. You support. If you love someone and you're friends with them. Okay, go ahead. I'm not supposed to be telling you this.
So...
No, I'm done. I'm high.
Okay. She's really good to smoke weed with because she lets you smoke the whole blunt because she doesn't smoke. So you roll it and it's really like rolling for yourself. Yo, have you ever thought? And then I'll probably get into a conversation like, yo, you ever thought about doing your own podcast? Yo, she'll put you on. Yo, she could put you on. Yo, you ever be going to Orlando? Yo, you ever be going on the water?
You need a boat? I can get you a boat.
Like, I feel like little things like that. You feel me? Like, definitely. Okay. Like, if for whatever reason, like, yo, you know, there's this one girl, her name's Carla, like, in Orlando, da-da-da-da. Like, Carla with a C? Like,
that one?
Yeah. Like, that would definitely be
that's funny because your description went to, like, what I do. And, like, all those things. If I were to describe it to a stranger, I immediately go to, like, the nurturing side of you. Yeah, I would be like, this is like the sweetest soul. She's gonna like take you in. You're gonna have a good time. There will never be an awkward moment because if she sees an awkward moment, she's gonna lighten up the mood.
Yes, I do not like awkward situations.
Moments. So she'll just kind of like, you know, if you guys have been on my live and if you don't know her, she'll strike a conversation with anybody. Like a full-on convo that can last an hour of nothing. Like, oh my God, your pants are blue. Mine are too. My mom was there for, like...
That's so something.
Any conversation. So, yeah, like, I don't know. That's something that I would talk about more. Like, your personality strikes me more than anything. That you ever done. Or even guys that you've dated. Whenever I think about the guys that you've dated, I don't even think of them. It's kind of like... I don't know who the fuck she was dating. Like, this is just still her. You overshadow all of that. I don't even know the guy's name.
Because I'm so much better than them, right?
You're so much better than them.
I know.
You gotta do better.
No, I know. I'm trying.
You're really trying.
Okay. Yeah.
So what
I guess just your work ethic is what I would like shine light on first.
But that's cute because that's what you love in me, and that's what I love in you.
Yeah.
Oh, friend,
que tú no eres vaga y tú trabajas duro.
Yeah.
I like that. Hard worker.
I love how sweet you are because I'm not that sweet.
I know, but I feel like we're like a yin and yang vibe. Mm-hmm. For sure.
That was some high shit. Okay, so what am I most qualified to give advice about? One thing.
One thing?
One
oh,
thing.
God.
Hers.
That's so hard. Oh, God, that's so hard. How to get it?
Okay. How to get it. Because, yeah, just how to get it.
How to get
it. If I had to answer that question about you, What are you most qualified? Weed. Smoking weed.
Really?
Yes. Every time
I really don't feel like I'm that qualified.
Yes, because you do it all the time. So whoever it is just like, you're going to tell them whether it was good for that situation or not, because you've probably done it.
What do you mean good for that situation?
Like if whatever somebody's like, can I smoke weed and do blank? And you're going to be like, yes or no, because since you're high all the time, you've done it all high.
No, I wouldn't say that though, because everybody has different tolerances.
Well, see, that's how much I don't know. That's why you're qualified.
Gotcha. You are qualified.
You proved my point.
Damn it.
What about me is the hardest for you to understand? What about me do you're just like, I just don't get it?
Bitch, how you can be so cold sometimes. Honestly, like I literally am about to get teary, bitch. You know I'm mad sensitive. I swear, you know I'm sensitive about everything. Okay, if anyone that knows me, I'm like super sensitive. I will cry about like a leaf flipping the wrong fucking way.
This bitch is crying for real.
Cause I don't know. I mean, I see it sometimes as strength and sometimes as a weakness, right? Like how you can just like totally like
shut up.
Like, but yeah.
So it's actually a weakness.
Sometimes
it's actually a big weakness because I am so sensitive and I am so emotional that you have to. It's like you have to put up this wall and say I'm not letting it in.
Yeah.
So I guess the point to not let it in, but that's also with the fighting and when I like all the physical and aggressive stuff comes from being so sensitive that you have to like hurt and like keep them away. Anyway, you fucking crybaby. It's avoidant dismissive. So we did the personality test on the episode with Wax probably about 3 episodes ago. Episode 113, 114, or along those lines. It says Wax King. And we did our personality traits. And mine was avoidant dismissant. So I avoid things. I don't want to deal with it, but it's because I'm a sensitive ass bitch.
You're going to see me cry. You're going to see me cry.
You're not going to see me cry. We were just talking about this with Doña Mira when we would get whooped.
Yeah.
You said you would cry?
Yeah. Definitely.
It was so different. When she was little, she would get her ass beat and she would cry. Me, I would look there and be like, hit me harder. Hit me harder. I remember my mom like hitting me now, just like smile or tell him to hit me harder or say it doesn't hurt.
Whatever. Bad as hell.
It doesn't hurt. And then it hurt like a bitch. But I wasn't going to drop a tear or say it hurt. Because it's like, I don't want you to see me hurt.
Damn, that pride was...
Oh. We're going to fight. So, okay. I get it. Stop crying, bitch.
I'm done, though.
What is the hardest thing for me to understand about you? I would say how I consider myself free-spirited.
Yeah.
How you are like
a real
free-spirited motherfucker. Like free as fuck. Oh, hint, hint, hey, free.
Are you free tomorrow? No, I'm expensive. You saw that meme?
Yes.
It's real life.
So yeah, you're so free. You're so you don't care about what anyone thinks. So sometimes me projecting my own fears that I have of certain like of how I look and how I perceive myself. I'm just like, how does she do that? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I appreciate that. I've heard that before too.
You're extremely free spirited, but it's when someone feels the word is not uncomfortable because it's more like I just be confused. I see her Instagram and I'm like, but why? And it's like she's having a really good time doing it.
I am all the time.
But I know that.
And I think sometimes it bugs me out that it makes people so uncomfortable. Like, you know what it is that sometimes I'm like still mindful of like, okay, well, I feel like this family event, they might feel a little more comfortable.
You're
Let me
so
not
respectful.
wear such a cheeky bathing suit or something. And it's
but
like,
you do that all the time. You're super. She is the most respectful person that I know when it comes to a woman coming into a relationship.
Yeah,
like as a friend.
That.
So, you have, that's something I'll definitely
you do
tell you.
what you want done to you.
Right.
I feel like if you do it enough, it'll always come back to you, bro.
Always. Wendy, whenever she comes around, any boyfriend I've ever had or I've seen her, like as a friend, she's the friend of a couple. Wendy will make sure that she's not like dancing too much.
Why are you talking like
she doesn't
this?
really go straight to them.
If
like doing too much with your hair. She will talk to the girl first and like befriend the girl first. You will make sure it's like group settings. You don't. It's just you're so aware of situations.
That also comes with awkwardness too. Like I don't want anyone to like feel left out. I don't want anybody to feel left out. Like, you know what I mean? Like I do not want you to feel left out. I want you to feel like you're in the conversation too. And it also depends on the relationship that you have with the female. You know what I mean? Like, I consider you like family. Like, you're definitely someone that started as a friend and definitely went into way more in a confidant type of shit. So, you know, it's a different it's a lot of respect, a lot of loyalty, and just, I don't know, you just know how bitches rock.
I know, but I say that because I know so many women that don't even think of that, and they're so disrespectful. But that's usually the friend that's also gonna fuck your boyfriend. So whatever. So since we're so opposite, what do you think is our most
alike?
Yeah, how are we most alike?
We always like are down to have a good time. We're just always we can always like be in like just a good environment.
In the most awkward of situations, we'll make the best of it. Like if I go on a trip with like a bunch of girlfriends, right, and it's just not going well, I'm like, we have to figure out how to make it a good time. I'm not gonna be the one locked up in a room like, oh my god, this just shit was ruined. Listen, let's go party with the locals.
We doing something, and we adventure time in it. We always down to doing some adventure
so
shit.
Adventure-y. We'll swim off into the ocean,
bro. We've definitely had some adventures.
Yeah. What else? So, May, I feel some way about this question. Do you think plants will thrive or die in my care? You know, I'm trying to be a plant mom, bro. This is a terrible question.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. Today a thing did happen. And she was supposed to be on her mom tip, but
fuck some plants.
No, but listen, I can say the ones in the room right now, they literally just have like a few pieces that have to like be taken out. Yeah. But outside a thing happened and she was supposed to go into mommy green thumb mode, and she kind of said fuck them kids for a little bit. So I'm hoping that she's gonna go back and unfuck them kids and help them green plants go, because her and Wax definitely have a nice little selection of stuff. I was over there like manifesting. I'm like, yo, I feel like I'm gonna pull up and I'm gonna be like, listen, let me get three avocados. Let me get, that pineapple ready. Let me get a pineapple.
Let me get some tomatoes, onions.
Them beets. Yo, Carla told me about this beet juice.
The beets. So Wax is making me a garden in the back. So now he made me a really big bed, but he had built one for me. And today and yesterday has been storming, like tropical depression type shit here in Florida. So the bed that had the things growing, it had tomatoes and peppers and basil and thyme and rosemary. So they're all growing. Like, we're so excited about these babies. They're like maybe an inch high. It rained and everything fell from the bottom of the bed that he built on the ground. So,
but it's gonna come back.
It was like,
it's gonna come back. I swear.
Pounds and pounds of soil and my poor little plants. So Wax is like, okay, it's no problem. Solution. We'll move the small bed, all the stuff that fell onto the big bed that's already in the ground. Let them grow from there. Blah, blah. So I was like, all right, cool. So I went inside on purpose. I didn't want to touch any dirt.
And he's looking at me. He's like, oh yeah, because Carla has to come over here. She has to take the weeds out. I was like, yeah. So I come in. I'm like, Carla, you need to take the weeds out over there. And she looks at me like, bitch. I'm like, she's like, right now? I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, because we have to go do something. Yeah. So we have to go run an errand. And then I was like, well, maybe when you come back, just kind of, do it.
I was like, did Wax say that? Because he knows I'm not going out there to fucking dirt. Like, no.
Just pulling the weeds?
I'm not doing shit. It's wet and muddy out there. No. When
it's not muddy.
It is muddy.
It's not on that edge.
How do you suck dick?
It depends. I move around a little. I don't like to.
Yeah, find it.
So just do it like this. Okay.
Sorry.
I feel like I should do like this then.
Now you're off the camera.
Oh,
genius.
no beef. I'm sorry. Okay. Right. Oh my goodness.
What do you am I high? Have we been recording for a really long time? Because I feel high as hell.
Like 32 minutes?
Recording.
Isn't it this?
Oh, okay. Actually, only 30 minutes. Yeah. Whoa, I feel like I've been here for 2 hours.
Look, now May has to cut all this out. She's like, bitch, get back to it.
Making this fucking hard. Maybe you shouldn't smoke weed during the recording anymore, you fucking bitch.
No. Listen, so definitely the the bed and all that stuff is gonna thrive, but you just need to pull out the weeds because I'm trying to come shop over here, bitch.
You need the produce store to be open.
Hello.
Okay,
For
now this is the
business.
exciting part.
Okay.
May set up some scenarios, so I have not read them. Don't read.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna guess what each one of us would do in this scenario. So I'm gonna read the scenario.
Okay, I don't look at it.
Yeah, well, I have to read it. It'll be the first time I read it.
Okay.
But then I'll have time. Just tell me first. What
Okay.
you would tell me what you think I would do in the scenario.
Okay. Go. I'm ready.
You're on a date, and the guy says he's going to the restroom, and he never comes back to the table. What do I do?
You are gonna pay that bill and be so tight, and you're gonna pop up on him like that movie that we just saw, Wrong Missy. You're gonna be under the stall like, hello, motherfucker. Where's my money?
It's gonna be a fucking problem.
Yo,
that
you
should help
are
you.
about to pull up on him for sure.
Okay.
But I think just because you not down to be embarrassed, like you about to pay it, extra tip the server and go like OD, like check him, like what's up with you, you bum?
Fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Fuck you up.
You bum asshole.
And now give me $20 extra,
Right.
bitch, or give me all the money you got.
Give me exactly what the fuck I wasted and a fucking 30% fucking tip on top of all of that. I should
Literally.
smack your mama in the face. That's like literally what you would tell in Spanish or English, like whatever the fuck needs to
If
be.
you didn't understand me in this one, I got
Right,
one more for
right.
you. Tu pendejo.
Yeah. Trae a tu maíz, la gran puta. For fucking sure.
Okay, let me
Yeah,
see. So what
yeah.
would you do in this situation? I think you would be shocked at first.
I would be so mortified.
I think you would sit at the table when you realize he's not coming back.
I would say at the
You're just going to sit there like, who do I tell first?
he might be sick. Giving him the benefit of the doubt.
You would be so concerned for like an hour.
Terrible.
Wow, did someone abduct him? And they're going to be so high, you're going to think it was an alien abduction.
Order another drink.
You might be like,
On my own tab. Yeah, that's some bullshit.
oh my goodness, I hope whoever's listening to this high right along with us, because I feel like it's only funny because we're high as fuck. So you're going to sit at this table and here's Wendy 3 hours later.
Damn, I'm fucked up. Yo, I'm
3
just
hours
gonna
later.
cash out. Just
At
cash
this
me
point,
out.
she's had 20 drinks. And she's
Just
like,
cash
wow,
me
I
out.
think I'm a little hungry again. So let me just have one more meal. Maybe he'll
Damn.
show up in the next hour.
I would definitely not keep
And
eating.
by the-
I would definitely have a few drinks.
Bitch, 3 hours later, you're going to be una hambrecita? Give me an appetizer.
I'm telling you, think I'd be there 3 hours. What the fuck?
You're still giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Bitch, if I'm there for 3 hours because I met another nigga, like, early, like, hi, I don't know where my date went. You are so handsome. So, do you come here often?
That's a really good line, actually.
Shit.
Okay. All right. So
Believe
the
me.
second scenario. You ready? You're packing for a trip. In the friend group, what are you known for bringing?
Come on. Really? Weed.
Well, bitch, you're supposed to answer about
Oh.
me. But I'm going to tell you right now. I was already...
Sorry, I forgot how the game went. I'm not going to lie. Okay, no beef.
You forgot the rules. Okay, so then I'll
So-
answer first because it would be weed for sure. She's going to put it in her pussy, in her ass. She's going to swallow
You
it
know,
and shit it out.
I don't do that.
Bitch, let us go on a mandatory trip somewhere where it's like
I find it everywhere.
They don't have weed there. This is scenario.
Like the Philippines? I probably won't smoke
this
in the
is
Philippines.
the scenario.
Okay.
Not real life. This island we're going to, there's no weed there. Not even
Okay.
grass weeds, okay?
But I'm more scared of jail than not having weed.
The only way we're going to be there 6 months. And
I'll take seeds. I'll sneak seeds.
you can't sneak any. Oh, sneak them how?
I'll anywhere in my
In
vagina.
your butt? In your
I'll-
vagina? Okay.
I'll put it
cool.
in my vagina.
But you'll make sure you have weed.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now
Because if I'm there
me.
for 6 months, I can get a nice harvest or two.
All right, so what about me? What would I bring for
Um,
sure? And you better get what I'm thinking.
Damn, can I say 2 things? No beef?
I mean, I guess we do make up the rules.
Yes.
For sure.
2 things. For sure, I feel like you would bring a speaker and liquor. Like, I can definitely count on you for, like, a speaker and liquor.
You think I would go anywhere without my pillow?
Bitch, really? You're saying that's for the party? What the hell we got to do with your part? With the
what party we're
going?
Oh, we're packing like, for a trip.
I feel like that's like a trip. Like, what's like for everyone? Like, what do you?
But I'm not leaving my house without my pillow.
Well, yeah. Well, I feel like that should have then been for myself. Like, I'm leaving for a trip. Like, what's the one thing that I'm bringing for myself, or that I can't leave the house without? That should have been a different scenario. Then I would definitely say that raggedy ass pillow. That poor baby don't even got no more fluff. It's just my pillow. Wherever you throw it, it's like,
Don't talk about my pillow. Okay, so you think I would bring a speaker
and
liquor? So nowadays, I know you haven't got to hang out too much with the refined Carla, but it's mostly wine.
Oh, bitch, you won't bring alcohol.
Okay, maybe.
I feel like that's like, yo, hi, I'm here. Like,
it is. Let's take a shot, but not anymore. Not as much. I don't do that anymore.
Let's have a glass.
A glass, a bottle. I mean.
Yeah.
The whole, you have your bottle, I have mine.
And you be fucking with red too, so I fuck with red.
Love it. She cares about her sleep more than, who cares about their sleep? Me. Oh, me. Oh no, my pillow's not for sleeping. My pillow's for sucking my thumb.
I care about my sleep.
So I thought I had talked about it before on the podcast, but maybe it was just on Instagram. So I am an avid thumb sucker, and so is my friend.
Thumbs up, baby. Let's go. And I got a hitchhiker's thumb on deck. On deck. Hitchhiker's thumb. Where my hitchhiker's thumb?
You got the little thing right here too? What's it called?
Girl, I don't. What's crazy is that my thumb, yo me lo entro entero. So it like.
Me too.
That's why my teeth are like.
But you don't know how to suck right. I should have. If we would have met.
No, please teach me.
Okay. Well, now it doesn't matter because
you do only the tip.
No, bitch. It's the whole thing, but the roof of my mouth is pushed up. So if you look.
Oh well, bitch, I don't have that high.
Exactly.
I feel like I do have a high one.
I've been pushing up all my life.
I have a hitchhiker's thumb. I feel like I've been pushing up.
You haven't been pushing up. You didn't push up hard enough, bitch. Or you pushed up, but you did push up, but to your teeth, not up.
Yeah, I get
so
that.
You have to push up towards your nose, not towards your teeth. So if you have any thumb-sucking kids, teach them this.
I don't even get braces because it's like, I'm not going to fucking stop
I'm not going to stop sucking my thumb either.
I'm not about to fucking spend like $4,000 to keep doing it. Like,
and I'm not getting rid of my pillow for anybody. Not a nigga, not a baby, not a nothing. So
you're gonna be breastfeeding. She's gonna be breastfeeding her baby on that pillow.
Actually, no, because I need the pillow. I need to suck my thumb with the pillow, so the baby will have its own pillow, so I can use mine.
Okay,
get it? Okay,
but the pillow will be close,
very close. They're gonna be like friends.
Oh my god, the baby's gonna try to steal your pillow.
The baby's gonna die.
Baby's adoption. Give the baby to adoption. Get rid of the baby.
Okay, so one more and we're done. Mm-hmm. You ready?
Yes.
You see your friend's husband at dinner with another woman.
I'm whooping his ass.
They're both dressed up, and it appears that they're on a date. What do? I see my friend's husband.
Okay. You are carifreca. You're like real. You're crazy. So I feel like you would definitely go up to him and like, let's say her name is Sabrina. You'd be like, huh, what's up? Or and his name is Bradley. Hey, Bradley, what's up? Where's Sabrina? Huh? And who's this? Is this your cousin? What are you doing here? How do you and Bradley know each other? Like you wouldn't even hit. I feel like you wouldn't even hit her up right away. Like you would go up to her and be like to them and be like, what's up? Like what is this? And then read that.
I wouldn't hit her first.
Yeah, read that and then see what's up, and then probably read the room. Like maybe Bradley is super distraught and is like, oh my god, I just met her for the first time today, and now seeing you here, it's a sign that I shouldn't be with this slut. I didn't even want to be here, and you're the sign that I needed, you know. And then you're like, okay, well,
don't do it again.
Yeah, and maybe you just won't say shit, or if it's like he's like, bitch, mind your business. Like, me and my hoe trying to have a good dinner. You'd be like, oh, bitch.
I'm calling right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Bitch.
Fran.
Tammy gonna fuck you up, ho.
Tammy,
so you want me to whoop her ass or not?
I'm here with Bradley right now at the Olive Garden. Yeah, they even got the 2 for $22.
I'm 50.
But anyway. Right.
I'm 50.
Come over here. I'm waiting for you. No, I got him on the headlock waiting for you to get here, friend.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to get here. Yeah, I would.
Nah, the bitch got away, but I kicked her in the head.
No, I think you're pretty accurate. I don't know if I would be as rude as to be like, where's this person at? But I would walk up to him and be like, real
Cari fresca.
That's my like, hey, bro. Oh my God, I haven't seen you in so long. What are you doing? Oh yeah. And then I'd be like, so who's this? I would do it more like in a friendly way, like I don't know what's going on, so he would feel crazy.
Right.
And then
real ditzy for a second.
Real ditzy for a second. And then it's like, all right, so are you ready to go home? I think you are. I think that.
Oh yeah.
I think you have to go home now.
Yeah.
And then if you still want to be, that's if it's a close friend though. If it's not a really close friend, I'm minding my fucking business.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm minding my business. And I'll tell you ladies right now, like, so if you just think you know me, and let's say like a boyfriend of mine, you see them, mind a business. I don't need you coming to me to tell me anything.
Don't tell me shit.
No, but I wouldn't tell just like, because I know them or I've talked to them a few times. If they have, just because I have their number.
Bitches just be extra too. It'd be like, girl, she was with, like, yeah, there was also 38 other people.
Right,
like,
right. They'd be like projecting their own shit onto your relationship, and you're like, bitch, that was his cousin.
Yeah.
Like what? Or it's like, if it's, I seen him with this girl while she was wearing black, and I'm like, wow, that's his mom. She looks really young, doesn't she? Yeah. Like, fucking idiot. Mind your fucking business.
Right.
Okay. So what I think you would do, I think you take a picture.
I would take a picture.
Then you take a picture.
But right before.
And I don't know if you would call her first.
I'd have to think about it, honestly. Because I've done shit like that too, where I've like spoken on shit and then it like bites you in the ass.
Oh my God. That's why it's like, unless it's someone real close, but I already spoke to him.
And sometimes it's like, is that cuernito even that bad? Like, maybe this will better the relationship. I'm just gonna
mind my business.
Step out. Like, the pros and cons are.
Yeah. I guess it's different with every situation.
Yeah.
Like every situation. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be right back with unsolicited advice. Okay, I know we're all still, it seems like the world is opening, but I know for some of us it's not, or we're all dealing with all kinds of different mental issues. You just feel like you're not whole, or you're a little bit broken right now because of everything that's going on. If that's the case, I want to let you know that BetterHelp would assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. Guys, I want you to go online right now. BetterHelp is trying to help. Well, I partnered up with them to help you guys because they've been helping me for so long. So BetterHelp is not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It's actually professional help counseling done securely. You can start talking to a therapist within 24 hours. It's available worldwide. You can log into your account anytime and just send your counselor a message and say, hey, like, I need you. If you're up, wake up. What's up? We need to talk. So it's more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available. I know a lot of us right now are dealing with so much. You might want to make sure that you can afford it. You're probably like, girl, like, help for this or mental health or therapy is so expensive, but trust me, it's not. It's very affordable, and BetterHelp makes it affordable for you. So I also want to let you know that you can start living happier today. You can start working on yourself today. I had my therapy session today. I have another one next week. I meet with her regularly. Even if you feel like you're okay, you need a therapist. I promise you. So go today to their website. You can read some of their testimonials on there. That's on betterhelp.com/reviews. But you can go to trybetterhelp.com/30. That's trybetterhelp.com/30. There's so many people talking about how they're changing their mental health. They're helping so many people. And there's a special offer for those of you guys listen to Shit I'm 30. So you're going to get 10% off your first month. 10% off, trybetterhelp.com/30, and get with a therapist. Tell me about it if you want to afterwards. That's how I get with my therapist, and it helps so much. So I wanted to do the same for you. And let's get back to the show. Okay, now with unsolicited advice. So unsolicited advice, if you don't know, it is a part of the show where we give advice to people that are asking, or they might not even be asking, and I want to give them advice anyway. And I only bring people on the show that give good advice. Only. So
oh damn,
you should give
no
good
beef.
Advice. No pressure.
No pressure.
Alrighty, so actually we have 3, so let's see how fast we can get through them.
Ooh,
this is a cool one. Some stores. The first one, it says, I have a best friend that's causing me anxiety because he's narcissist. Okay? So long story short, I've been friends with this guy for 4 years, and our friendship is draining me. He has shown every sign of narcissism. lacks empathy, uncontrollable when angry, arrogant, belittles people, lacks self-esteem, and takes it out on others, etc. He basically has been feeding off me, and it has flown under my radar until recently. The past 2 times I tried to cut ties, I told him I'm busy and stopped answering his calls. He blows up my phone and calls me more than 30 times. It is causing me really bad anxiety because I'm smart enough to know he's not calling me because he needs me, but because he wants to stop me from leaving. How can I safely exit this friendship and ease my anxiety? Should I cut all ties? Should I text him, then block him? I don't know what to do. I need advice. Ugh. So I believe I dealt with a narcissist friend. And of course, I'm not clinically qualified to say if someone is or not, but you can definitely go to trybetterhelp.com/30. Y'all heard it earlier. But if you think you have a narcissist friend or you have really bad anxiety, call them. No, seriously. I would say you just have to voice it in those boundaries. Narcissist people need boundaries. And I had an episode about this. It's just you have to say this is what it is and don't cross it regardless of how mad they'll be. They're so narcissistic that it doesn't matter how lightly you let them go or how just, cut things off or put a boundary up. They're going to feel the same exact way. Mm-hmm. So do whatever makes you feel better. So if you feel like you need to cut this person off, cut them off completely and just do so. If you want to salvage some of the relationship, try to speak to them and put those hard limits. At first, they'll be upset, but if they want to keep being your friend, they'll figure it out and they'll abide by those boundaries that you put up.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely communication. I mean, I guess I don't know how they're saying best friend, but how strong that relationship really is. You know what I mean?
One-sided best friendship. Like, you consider them a best friend. They're probably just control you.
Right. So definitely just figure out where that level is at and then probably leave out of that completely or just spend little time with that person.
Yeah, much less. Because if it brings you anxiety, you don't have a friend that brings you anxiety.
Yeah. And even with the little to communication, definitely how you said the boundaries, set them straight. But for sure, you don't need no boundaries except blocking shit when you are having no communication.
And when I say blocked, it's blocked.
On everything.
On everything. Okay. So this one says, how do I send a message to my horrible roommate? Have you had roommates before?
Girl, I live by myself because I can't have roommates.
But have you had them before?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So let's read this.
Loco and more loco, right?
All right. So let's see how. Oh, way too big. All right. So my roommate stays up all night yelling on the phone. When I asked him to stop, he didn't even apologize and went back to being loud. He has never respected me as he constantly lies and even tried to get me pay him money for groceries despite that I paid for the most of the groceries. He eats most of it, and unfortunately, I can't prove that as he disposed of the receipts. Does that make sense? Anyways, some bullshit with groceries. I decided to stop sharing groceries. However, he still disrespects me and keeps me up all night. I am exhausted. How can I get him to respect me or at this point even fear me? I'm a girl. I'm a woman, female, because I don't want, some people have a problem with female. Anywho, I am a female and I do feel like there is a disadvantage and he isn't like this with my male roommate. The other one doesn't want to intervene as he isn't having the issue. He lives downstairs on the other side of the house, so the noise is muffled. He doesn't really hear much. I am desperate. It's been horrible impact on my mental health. So my mental health is being affected by this. I can't get a proper job until I can get some sleep. Before you tell me to move out, I have until September to move out. Help.
Girl,
there's so much going on here.
You need to move. You need to get like a cousin or something and get that man to get the fuck out that house.
Ooh, well,
I'm sorry.
Extreme.
Well, no, I mean, obviously she said she's talked to him about it, right?
Right. He doesn't respect her.
And he doesn't respect her. Now you fucking with my money. You fucking with my food. Like, no, now you're just being wild disrespectful. So, and you're talking about you can't move out until September. So either you put up with it and shut up and you just get your own fridge in your room. That's the solution. If you don't want to kick him out, get some good earplugs, get some headphones, play some meditation music, because it's things that, honestly, to me, my solution personally is just go ahead and kick him out.
But how can you kick him out?
But I'm saying go get your cousins, run it, bro. Like, you gotta leave.
Like that kind of kick out. Yeah.
Well, like if he won't listen to you, you gotta run it out. But
No, I hear you.
if you need to stay in that situation until September, which if this was recently, then I feel like it isn't too far. Definitely get your own fridge in your room. Hopefully you already have a lock. And go ahead and just get some headphones and listen to some meditation music when you go to sleep.
Yeah, for sure. Like figure out some noise cancellation headphones and play something on there. I would say I would want to be petty after a while. I'm like, oh, you really want to keep disrespecting me? So now I would do some wild shit to his, like, since he's been disrespectful, I'll be disrespectful right back.
I don't like
I'll
that. Because
take
I'm in
out
my
all your
space where
toothpaste and I'll be like, we're going to play. You want to play? I'll play. But if you are so close to moving, as you say, you need to be able to sleep to get a job, and I understand that. But this is your situation right now. So if you have a car, go sleep in the car,
girl.
Fine. No, I'm sorry, but if a person's not going to move, right? They can't move. She doesn't want to do anything illegal, like sending somebody to kick their ass or whatever, because people can get in trouble for that. So if you're not going to take it to those extremes, if there's a night that you know you have to go to work to look for a job the next day, there's nothing you can do that night. If this is if headphones don't work, go and sleep in your car that night so you can make sure you get this job. You know, because you're not going to sit and keep using this as an excuse of not sleeping because you're there. Well, take away the excuse. Go to your car. Go to a friend's house maybe for a couple of days, and so you can work on getting this job. And this is just for the job aspect of it, because I don't want you to have this as an excuse until September as to why you didn't have a job. You know? So do that, and I would just say try to keep talking to him, and maybe just keep communicating with him and see if you can get through to him. The other, that bitch ass nigga,
put some
that lived
NyQuil in his
downstairs.
shit. Put his make his ass knock out.
It does. Some ZQL will do the job.
Melatonin in that motherfucking
no, but fuck
shit.
the other roommate that won't even intervene because he's not bothered by it. Like, you see another man disrespecting a girl. Like, hell, come on.
Wait, it's multiple roommates?
Yes, it's 3. But the third one doesn't intervene and doesn't care because he lives downstairs and doesn't really hear what's going on.
Yeah, girl, he probably sleeping with headphones. Fuck.
And he's like, bitch, figure it out. No, but he is an asshole if he's not intervening or at least trying to help. So we'll go ahead and go into our last segment. Hey guys, really quick. I know that we've been all dealing at this time with being home, not having much to do. And for some of us, our creative juices are going. And if you've ever thought about starting a podcast, this is the time. I will never tell you that podcasting is for everyone, because it's not. But if it's in your heart to start one and you just really don't know where to start, you're like, my goodness, I'm afraid of tech. Or can I do this if I don't have a bunch of people on social media? Is it going to be super expensive? Well, I'm here to tell you that it's not. When I started this podcast, I think 1,000 followers on social media. I was not famous of any kind. You guys know that I was an accountant sitting behind a desk, and I did not even know how to plug my TV in. But I taught myself. It took me a really long time. I spent a lot of money, but I'm here. You know, you're listening to my show, so just the same way, you can have thousands of people listening to your show. So if you're scared of how to start and you're ready to just do it and confidently, I want you to go ahead and join my Idea to Launch Academy. I teach people how to launch their own podcast within 30 days, and you don't have to be a tech expert, and you don't have to be famous either. I have a ton of bonuses that end on the 31st of this month for the class that enrolls for May, and you can learn how to record virtually with studio quality sound. You'll get all kinds of templates and pitches for guests and sponsorships, an intro, access to a private Facebook group, which is so important to have a community around you that really understands what you're going through, and something brand new that will be the last time to get it by May 31st. And that is, you're getting your new artwork, podcast artwork, done for you by a professional graphic designer of podcast artwork. So your artwork is going to look so good. You also get a one-on-one strategy call with me. Right now it is $200 off the course. So on the episode, the description, I'll have the website so you can come and sign up. Let's get this podcast started. And if you're not really sure if you really want to do this, you can schedule a 15-minute consultation with me. So that will also be in the description. Again, I know podcasting is not for everyone, but if it's really in your heart or you want to know more about it, let's talk. You can get into this academy. Now let's go blah blah blah. Let's go back to the show. What? What happened?
Nothing going on.
What?
Nothing going on.
Yeah. Oh no, it's okay. That's fine. Okay. We'll go. You can tell she listens to the show because she's like, oh my God, no. Oh my God, no. I'm like, well, she goes, I don't have one. It's okay. you don't have to have a shit talk. Maybe you'll think of something while I'll do mine. But
I have to have one. I talk mad shit.
You're right.
We used to have a shit called
Ain't Shit Committee.
Yeah, ASC.
We were part of the Ain't Shit Committee at all times.
Of course you would have a fucking
podcast called Shit I'm 30 with a shit talk segment.
Exactly.
So like I said, we're going into shit talk. Alrighty. So boom. My shit talk for this, if you guys remember, probably an episode or two ago, I talked about a Karen over in the doc. Did I talk about this, May? Okay, perfect. So Karen out there was like, you can't touch this out here. You know, don't be out here in this dock that belongs to the city. Blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, all right, bitch. So if you guys remember the ending of the story, I told Karen, suck a dick. And those are the last words. So deep. And I do it deep too.
Oh my God.
Go suck a dick. And it just makes me, respect me, bitch.
Yeah.
So that was my last conversation with Karen a couple of weeks ago. Turn to today. Sky Blue Rentals is doing amazing. If you're in the Orlando area, what's crazy that it's been people from all over the place renting the boat. They just see it on Google and they call. They have such a great time. But anywho, we're taking out some customers onto the boat. And when I realized, so it was a bunch of Middle Eastern men. It was 16 of them to be exact. The boat's capacity is 14. And they knew this. They knew this when they were on the phone. I told them you can only have that many people. So this is completely switching off, but I'll reel it back. I promise. So it's super early in the morning. We get all these men to get on there, and they're really trying to all of them fit in there. Like they all fit themselves in the boat. But as we're letting them go, Karen shows up to the ramp. Now the ramp is open. There's two cops that are always there. There's always two cops at the ramp. It's right behind my house, so we're cool with all the cops. Karen pulls up in her white pickup truck, bitch, because she works
city truck.
I work for the city of Orlando, and this right here is restricted. I can get you for trespassing. Okay, Karen. So she pulls up with her white truck and pulls up next to the cops and has a notebook and is looking at us like putting 16 people on a boat. So I'm like, Wax, get on the boat with them. Go, just leave. And he's like, okay, cool. So he grabs the boat. Now there's 17 people on this pontoon, 17 grown men. And I'm like, just go. I need to pass over by Karen, see what the fuck Karen got going on, because you're not going to mess up our money. So he goes, we walk by Karen. I know that you noticed this. She's talking to both the cops, has them out there and doing a whole lot of moving around. So we kind of slowed down when we passed by them. I'm like, let's see whatever we can hear. And we kept going. So we waited. I'm like, don't come back from the water till Karen's gone. Don't come back from the water. Finally, Karen wraps up and starts leaving. The cops look like they don't give a shit. And she goes to pass by me. So when she passed by, I did my little white woman wave to Karen like, bye, have a nice day, Karen.
Listen, Karen gonna think Carla is bipolar, bruh. How you gonna go from suck my dick to very deep voice to, smiles, wiggle little spirit fingers for you. She's gonna be like, maldita loca. Like, waves back.
No, she's probably like, I can't wait. I'm going to put you out of business. That's exactly what I'm going to do when I'm on my way to Patrick over at the city of Orlando downtown.
No, she's literally waving like, I'm gonna get you now, honey. And your little dog, too.
For sure.
Luna.
Oh, she's gonna kill Luna, bro. If something happens to Luna, y'all, it was Karen, and she works for the city of Orlando. Her name is Karen Susan McDowell. That's not really her name. We tried to come up with the whitest name possible. So Wendy kept calling her Susan, and I'm like, no, she's a Karen. So we named her Karen Susan, and the whitest last name we could think of, McDowell. So Karen Susan McDowell keeps fucking with us. So you don't have a chick talk still.
My shit talk is for... No, damn it.
It's okay. Don't you worry about it. You'll come back one day. I'm sure the fans will tell me they love you. Oh my God,
I feel like I didn't even do it if I don't have a shit talk. And I'm always talking shit.
Can we talk shit about your friend?
What friend?
The one we were supposed to get the weed from, because now it's 5:20 and that bitch ain't here still. She went missing yesterday. Today she couldn't come in the morning. She's now an hour and a half late.
Well, people have different jobs.
No, I don't care. Listen, Wax has been waiting for this weed for 28 hours.
Oh, yeah.
How'd she go missing? She went missing yesterday. Whoa. All right. So that was your shit talk.
No. I'll do that for you. But yeah, my shit talk is no. No. I'm sorry.
Not today.
No, I don't.
Not today, friend. It's okay.
Yeah, no.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap this up with saying a few. Oh, you know what? I haven't done this in a while. So I tell you guys all that I love when you rate and review the show. It helps me 1,000 times more than you can even possibly imagine. Just so when you go to Apple Podcasts, rate, review, it takes 2 seconds. 5 stars. Hopefully I entertained you if you got to the end of the show. Of course. But just if you can do that, that's amazing. But I love to shout out people that have left reviews already. So you might be the next one that I read on the podcast, just because reading them definitely fuels me. So if you've left a review, here I come. But the last one I have here is from Millie218, and it says, "This is my first time listening to any podcast, and I'm glad I started with yours. I began listening from your first podcast and have been working clearly towards getting to the most recent one. Clearly extra free time due to COVID. Furthermore, I enjoy listening, laughing, and getting a different perspective on relatable topics. Keep up the good work. I love the conversations. You are my daily laugh dose when I listen." Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, Millie, thank you so much for that review. Now, if you're listening to this right now, just run over and leave me a review. You guys want to hear a funny one? Actually, it was right before that one, and it dropped me to 4.5 out of 5 stars, and I was feeling some type of way. So Jess read, "I guess you listened to the show and you were a little upset about my boyfriend. I want to not apologize because you left a 1-star review saying, 'Get waxed off the podcast. I didn't come here to listen to his ignorant, misogynistic, patriarchal opinions.'" Oh. Jess read, "You can kiss my ass and my man's too. That's the only time I'll let you kiss his ass. Because if you feel that way, you just don't belong here, because his views are very similar to mine. That's why he's my partner. Or maybe you just don't like him. And I understand he's not for everybody. Definitely not a man for everybody. I know you come here for certain things, but that is at this point not just a guest. It is a part of me. And he will be coming on here as long as we're fucking each other. So just saying, if you want to leave a bad one, don't, because it's not cool, but whatever. And if you have a good review for me and you love the podcast every single week, please leave a review. Now, shout out to fucking Patreon, bro. I have my circle. I have my patrons. You guys are the fucking shit. You guys get content with me, pajama parties, all kinds. Just you guys support me. That's my support group, financially and emotionally. Y'all are always there for me. So I talked about to the patrons about a retreat that I wanted to have in a couple of weeks, and I've talked about it here on the podcast. And I was like, I'm going to put out the tickets, but they're going to go on Patreon first. It was for 15 women. And, it's not like it's the cheapest retreat. You're coming out here and you're going to pay a couple $100. A lot of $100 to come out here, have a great weekend. And I put that out there, and y'all, this shit was literally sold out in like 48 hours.
It's a priceless event.
I was like so nervous. I didn't want to do this. I'm like, who the hell is going to come hang out with me and do like,
empowering shit. Like, who's gonna go do empowering shit with me, bro?
Like, who wants to grow with me? Because sometimes I still have that imposter syndrome. Like, am I good enough? Why would you want to listen to me? I've fucked up so many times. I've done so, I'm still not perfect. Wax is hell mad at me right now for I don't know what reason. Probably because I yelled at him and I was really, really rude again. I think I have Tourette's. Must have Tourette's. But, anywho, I didn't think that I could do this, and he I'm thinking about Wax now. Fuck. I'm like, baby, please stop being mad at me. Back to the review, to the retreat. Yeah, you guys really fucked with me and fucked with me like hard that I wasn't even able to open the retreat to everybody else in the podcast because my patrons got it first. They said, nope, we're filling up that house and no one else can come. So shout out to y'all for selling out that event. Literally super riders. So I cannot wait till September, and I will keep you guys posted because I have a feeling we're going to have a, what's it called? A second annual women's retreat. You hear me?